Hey y'all, so this is the look we're about to achieve. You won't believe how easy it is. Let's get started. So the first thing I had to do was get some wine bottles. I do not drink, and my daughter does not normally drink wine. So I ran to Walmart, and you would not believe the prices of this wine that they have in this store. I'm so glad I stopped drinking. Anyway, I wanted a specific type of bottle. So Boone's Farm, Mad Dog 2020, them wouldn't work. But Boone's Farm would have worked. But they didn't have any. Anyway, I wanted a specific, that word messes me up, type of wine bottle, but I didn't want to pay a lot of money. I didn't want to pay over. I thought I can get wine for $2, but I definitely didn't want to spend over $5. Look at that. Oh my goodness. Oh, all right, I kept looking nonetheless, and I did find a bottle. It was like $3.40-something, so I grabbed 2 bottles and went on back to the house. Baby, if you drink wine, don't go to Walmart. Look at that. God dang it. Okay, enough of reminiscing about drinking. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to get these labels off of these bottles. Now, for these, they were very easy. All I did was soak them in some hot water about 10 minutes, and then the labels just scrape right on off. If you have a little bit of residue left, like sticky part left, make sure you get that off. That will affect your paint. If it does not come off from you just scrubbing it off, you can use some acetone, some pure acetone, and it'll take it off. Or some of that goo be gone, and they sell that at the Dollar Tree. Next, you're going to grab your decorations. I got all of mine from the Dollar Tree, including the glasses. They came from the Dollar Tree. Also, you're going to lay it out so you'll know how you want to put it. You do not have to follow what I did. I'll just give you a couple of pointers on what I did to put mine together. Okay, so I grabbed me some spray paint. I use Rust-Oleum 2X. And since this is a fall scene, I did not want my decorations to be shiny. So I chose to get a satin finish and a matte finish, a matte, whichever way you pronounce it. Either one is good, and you can also use glossy. I just chose not to use a glossy finish. So when I tape off, I tape just above the ring. So when I paint it, I won't have no gap. So if I try to tape it directly on the ring, I might get a gap. So if I tape just above, it'll paint all the way up to there, so it won't be no gap in there. Okay, after getting my design set, I went outside to spray paint. I did an ombre on my letters, which I did get from Temu. I spray painted the glasses and the bottle just normal. Just make sure you do put a protective coating on there. I used the Make Clear. That way, once you finish painting, it'll last longer. And if you make some mistakes, like I did, I had to take some decorations off, there's a less chance of you messing up your items. So everything is dry. Now let's put it together. So you put the tape a little bit above. Okay, I have this board that I got from the Dollar Tree. This is one of them boards that you can put welcome on or whatever. I had it for something else. Can't remember what I had it for, but I already had some Jenga blocks on the bottom of it. I had the giant Jenga blocks that made it stand. So I'm going to use that as a stand for my decoration. However, this does have a star right there, a hole in there, but my glass will be able to sit on there without going in there. So to cover up the star, I got a bag of these leaves from the Dollar Tree, which is going to bring out the dark brown. It's going to make it pop. So I'm going to be covering up my little stand with some leaves and cover up that star. 4 leather pumpkin clips, and the clips are on the bottom, but they just pull off. They're just on there with hot glue. So I'm taking all of them out. They come in 3 different colors at my Dollar Tree. Okay, I have not mastered or even learned how to tie ribbons, really, to be honest. So I'm going to use some of these Dollar Tree flowers. Now, you know, they have this, my light's blinking on off. It's a storm going on. They have this little stem thing on there. If you take it off the, this little plastic piece when you take it off the stem. And that's hard to sit flat. So I'm going to take this piece off. And when this piece comes off, the whole flower comes apart. So let me take that off. Okay, so you basically just pull it off and the whole flower comes apart. So you're going to want to keep your flower in the same order. But what we're going to do, because we're going to be putting this something flat, putting this on something flat, we don't want to try to put it like that. So I'm going to use some liquid stitch. Okay, this is some fabric adhesive. And what I do is I use this to keep my flowers together. You just shake it up real good. Don't throw it away. Shake it up real good, and then you lay it out, and you put your liquid stitch on what you want. So I'm going to start with these leaves at the back. Make sure I shake it up, because it should look like glue. I'm going to stick it together. I'll put this one right here. Okay, once I got the leaves together how I wanted them, I started building the flower back up. You're going to make sure you keep it in order, pressing down between each layer. So I put a layer of the flower, then I put a layer of the liquid stitch, then another layer on the flower, all the way until I get it back together. Once I get it back together, I go ahead and press it down and allow it to dry completely. If you do not have the liquid stitch, you do not have to go out and buy it. You can use E6000. You can use the Fix-All from the Dollar Tree. You can even use your hot glue. I just feel like the hot glue leaves lumps, so it'll be the same as if you would have left that piece in there. So try to stick to the glues that's going to go flat. This particular glue says it takes 30 minutes to dry. However, that's not true. It took a little bit longer, so I actually used my heat gun. The heat gun works perfectly to dry it all the way. Once it finished drying, since these are silk flowers, it causes a permanent bond. This portion is where I glued it together from taking the little middle portion out so that it'll be able to stick on. And I'm going to add some pine cones in there. So I'm going to use some hot glue. Hey, I'm Seth. Just a short interruption to tell you thank you for watching my video. I hope that you are enjoying it. For my returners, welcome back. For those of you that are new and this is your first time, I hope you enjoyed it. Please don't let my country voice turn you off because I do some good stuff. Okay, see you later. Subscribe, follow, bell. This right here, of course, I said before, I don't know how to do bow ties. I don't know how to do ribbons, but I'll show you how I did this one. So I cut the ribbon, and then I fold the ribbon in half. This is a right corner on both sides. I just take it and I scrunch it in the middle. Once I scrunch it in the middle, I twist it one time. Then I take a piece of floral wire, and instead of at the Dollar Tree, and this is a Dollar Tree ribbon. I take a piece of floral wire and I just put it on the middle portion that I twist. And I just take my little bow tie and I open it up. Okay, you want to put it in the middle, and then you can take that and you can add stuff to it. Like if I wanted to add a pine cone, and it looked like I tied a bow, but I really didn't. Okay, next applying the letters. I have some wooden letters that I got from Temu. These are 3-inch letters, and they were kind of large to me, and I was afraid they were going to rock from side to side. So I decided to add some cut up pieces of dowels to the back side so that it would have a better grip on the bottom. And I use wood glue because I don't like hot glue, and I use that as least as I can. Now, another reason I use the wooden dowel is, of course, I can use my sawzall. Look at that table saw. Y'all got to get one of them. Okay, let's see the final decorations. I've given you all my hints, my tips. All I did was put it together. I did add some lights to the stand by super gluing the light pack up under the stand and just putting the lights in the front. I used the ones that were wired and had a battery box from the Dollar Tree. So that's it. I hope you enjoy. See you next time. Let's look at this final product. Bye, y'all.